You know that sound, the sharp ding, ding, ding that slices through the casino air. Three sevens lock into place, the screen erupts with light, and for a moment every pulse in your body surges with that unmistakable rush of winning. It feels electric, almost magnetic, like the universe finally tilted in your favor. But behind that thrill lies a truth casino insiders have whispered about for years. Some slot machines are quietly programmed to pay, while others are designed to drain you, and the difference is almost invisible. Hidden beneath the glow of every screen and behind every catchy jingle are 9 powerful secrets casinos will never post on a sign, never explain on their website, and never admit to your face. Secrets about which machines offer the best returns, where casinos hide the tight ones, and how employees secretly guided their own families to the right games. No guesses, no superstition, just the tactics that separate players who walk out with money from those who walk out wondering where it all went. Before we dive in, I want to ask you something simple. What's the longest winning streak you've ever had on a slot machine? 1 hour, 3, a whole night? Drop it in the comments. I'm genuinely curious how long things go right when luck and the right machine align. Because today, you're about to learn what casinos hope you'll never notice. Here's where the first real shock hits. Most players believe that 2 machines with the same name, Buffalo, Wheel of Fortune, Lightning Link, must play the same way. Same graphics, same bonuses, same symbols, same everything. But casino insiders know the truth. Those machines can have completely different payout settings hidden under the hood. It all comes down to RTP, return to player. The percentage of all wagered money a machine is programmed to pay back over thousands or millions of spins. A slot set at 96% RTP will return $96 of every $100 put through it. Another version of the exact same machine might be set at 92% RTP, giving back only $92. That 4% difference, that's the house edge, and it shapes every outcome you feel as a player. And here's the catch most people never see coming. 2 machines sitting side by side can look identical yet be programmed with totally different RTP levels. Manufacturers create multiple versions, 90%, 92%, 94%, 96%, and casinos choose which one they want on the floor depending on their business goals. High traffic areas near the entrance? Those often get the tighter versions because casual players will play them anyway. Quieter corners in the back? Sometimes those get the looser ones to keep people in their seats longer. Insiders watch this happen constantly. A player would brag about winning big on a Buffalo machine in one area, then walk 50 feet to an identical Buffalo and lose fast. They blamed luck. Employees knew better. It was the settings. The frustrating part is that casinos never label RTP. There's no sticker, no sign, nothing that tells you which version you're sitting at. You have to learn the clues and read the floor, and that's exactly what this video aims to teach. Before moving to the next secret, here's a simple challenge insiders often give. Next time you visit a casino, find 2 machines with the same name in different areas. Put $20 in each. Notice which one gives you small, consistent hits and which one feels like a black hole. The difference is real. Here's one of the simplest secrets casino employees wished every player understood. The higher the denomination, the higher the RTP. Not always, but around 90% of the time, the pattern holds true, and it can completely reshape your results. Penny slots, the games people love for their bright themes and tiny bets, typically run at the lowest payouts. On average, they sit around 85% to 90% RTP. Move up just a little, nickels, quarters, and the numbers rise. By the time you reach dollar machines, RTP often jumps into the mid-90s. $5 machines? Even higher. Why does this happen? Because the casino makes more money, more quickly, from higher denomination bets. A penny slot might need over 1,000 spins to generate $50 for the casino. A dollar slot can do that in a handful of spins. They can afford to give more back because the money cycling through the machine is larger. To understand how dramatic the difference is, imagine you're playing with $100. On a penny slot at 88% RTP, you're losing roughly $12 per $100 cycled. On a dollar slot at 95% RTP, that loss drops to around $5. Less than half. Same money, completely different long-term outcome. But here's the warning insiders repeat. A higher denomination only works in your favor if you have the bankroll to actually survive the volatility. If you bring $50 to a $5 machine and bet $10 a spin, you're getting maybe 5 spins. That isn't a session, that's a coin toss. RTP only matters if you can play long enough for the math to show itself. That's why casino employees often recommended a sweet spot for regular players, quarter to dollar machines, depending on bankroll. With $100, betting 50 cents to $1 per spin gives you enough spins, enough chances, to catch bonuses or hit something meaningful. And here's a question the competitor asks, one worth thinking about yourself. If you had $150, would you rather stretch it across 3 hours on a low RTP penny slot, or play 1 hour on a higher RTP dollar machine with better math on your side? One gives time, the other gives advantage, and the right choice depends on your goals. Here's a truth casino employees used to repeat over and over. Higher denomination isn't the goal, enough spins is. Most players believe the secret is to bet as high as possible, but insiders know that the real key is balancing bet size with total spins, because you can't trigger bonuses, free games, or real momentum if you go broke before the machine even warms up. Imagine this. You sit at a $5 machine and bet $10 a spin with a $100 bankroll. You get about 10 spins. If the bonus doesn't land, that's it. Your session ends before it even begins. Now compare that to playing quarters. Betting $1.25 a spin, that same $100 gives you around 80 spins. 80 chances for the machine to show its true behavior, 80 opportunities to hit medium wins, and 80 shots at a bonus feature. That's the difference between feeling crushed and feeling like you're actually in the game. This is why insiders talk about the spin threshold. To let the math work in your favor, you need 200 spins. Anything less becomes pure luck. Anything more allows volatility to settle into real patterns. One former floor manager summed it up perfectly. You can't hit a bonus if you run out of money before the bonus shows up. For most casual players, the sweet spot ends up being quarter to dollar denominations, with modest bets that protect your bankroll while keeping RTP higher than penny slots. Here's a question the competitor asked, and it's a good one to reflect on honestly. What's your usual bet per spin? And does your bankroll actually support 100 spins at that level? Most players never think about this. Insiders always do. Here's a truth casino insiders know better than anyone. The floor layout is not chaos. It's strategy. Every machine you see is placed with intention, like pieces on a chessboard. The casino decides which machines go where based on player psychology, traffic flow, and the kind of behavior they want to encourage. High traffic areas, entrances, walkways, spots near buffets, usually host tighter machines. Why? Because people strolling by will play them regardless. These machines don't need to be generous. They capture impulse players, tourists, and anyone killing time. But here's the twist most people never expect. Casinos also plant a few looser machines in visible locations to generate social proof. Nothing draws a crowd faster than seeing someone win, even a stranger. A single public jackpot can pull dozens of curious players deeper into the floor. So, where should you actually look if you want better odds? Insiders point to 3 key zones. 1. Near the high-limit room. Even if you're not playing high-limit, machines just outside that area often have better settings. Casinos want to create an aura of premium wins to attract higher-value players. 2. Along quieter back walls. These areas get less natural traffic, so machines sometimes run slightly looser to keep people seated longer. 3. Near the player's club desk or cashier cage, casinos love when customers cashing out see others winning. It builds confidence and encourages people to come back. The deeper you walk into the casino, the more committed you already are. That's why some of the worst odds tend to sit right at the entrance, while pockets of better machines hide quietly deeper inside. Insiders recommend a simple exercise. Next time you're on the floor, take 10 minutes before touching your wallet. Watch where people seem to hit. Notice the clusters of activity. Wins are rarely random. They tend to appear in patterns once you know where to look. Progressive slots are the machines everyone dreams about, the ones with massive, life-changing jackpots that climb higher every minute. Megabucks, Wheel of Fortune progressives, Buffalo progressives, Dragon Link grand jackpots, they all share the same mechanic. Every bet from every linked machine feeds into a single growing prize. But here's the truth insiders emphasize. To fund that giant jackpot, the base game is usually tighter. A regular Buffalo might run around 94% RTP, while the progressive version dips closer to 90% because part of every spin fuels the jackpot pool instead of your payouts. So why would anyone play them? Because when the jackpot grows far beyond its usual reset point, the math flips. If a jackpot typically hits at $500,000 and you walk in to find it at $2 million, that extra $1.5 million sitting on top is pure value, equity, making the overall expected return better than usual. High volatility, low base RTP, but enormous upside. That's when experienced players jump in. They're not chasing, they're calculating. If you ever play progressives, insiders follow 3 rules. 1. Only play when the jackpot is unusually high. If it's near the bottom, the math isn't in your favor. 2. Always bet max. Most progressives require max bet to qualify for the grand prize. Miss the requirement and hit the jackpot symbol anyway? You get a fraction, a heartbreak most players never forget. 3. Have the bankroll to survive volatility. Max bets on progressives cost more. If you can't afford 100 spins, don't try it. You'll get wiped out before the machine even opens up. Then the competitor asks a question worth considering. Would you rather chase a $2 million jackpot on a tight machine or play a regular slot with better base payouts but no mega prize? There's no right answer, just strategy and your personal risk tolerance. Here's a casino truth almost no casual player understands, yet insiders repeat it constantly. Your rewards, points, comps, and free play aren't based on how much you win or lose. They're based on 2 things, your average bet and your total time played. And between those two, time played often matters even more. Casinos track something called coin-in, the total amount you've wagered, including recycled wins. If you bet $1 per spin for 500 spins, your coin-in is $500, even if you only brought $100 to begin with. That number is what earns you points, offers, and mailers, not your final balance. This is why insiders say steady, consistent players often get better rewards than big bettors who leave quickly. A person who plays for 3 hours at a moderate bet is far more valuable to the casino than someone who bets big, wins fast, and goes home in 20 minutes. If you care about comps, here's what insiders recommend. 1. Always insert your player's card before spinning. Every spin without it is free money the casino keeps. 2. Ask about daily promos, double points days, senior bonuses, birthday perks. They're rarely advertised clearly. You must ask. 3. Take advantage of age-based promotions if you qualify. Many casinos offer extra multipliers for players over 55 or 60. 4. Watch your points' expiration date. Most expire in 6 to 12 months. Redeem them for free play, meals, or show tickets before they disappear. Insiders love asking players this: do you play for fun or do you play for comps? One answer leads to bigger thrills, the other leads to bigger value. Neither is wrong, but knowing the difference changes how you play. Here's something casino floor staff whisper among themselves, a pattern they've watched for years. Brand new slot machines often seem to hit more in their first few weeks. Is it because they're programmed differently? Probably not. But the results feel different because of one powerful factor: volume. When a new game hits the floor, shiny screen, fresh graphics, huge crowd around it, everyone wants to try it. That means more players, more spins, more bonuses triggered, more wins happening right where everyone can see them. It creates the illusion of a hot machine, and sometimes, with enough traffic, that illusion becomes reality. Insiders call it the honeymoon phase, a period where new machines appear to pay more simply because they're played more. Whether it's psychology, statistics, or subtle casino strategy at work, the effect is the same. New games often feel more alive. If you walk into your casino and see a crowd around a brand new game, don't ignore it. Try a short test session. Worst case, the machine plays normally. Best case, you catch it during that early window when wins fire more frequently and excitement spreads from one player to the next. And here's a pro tip straight from the employees themselves. Slot attendants know which machines are brand new, and they'll usually tell you if you ask politely. Floor staff appreciate players who ask smart questions, not the ones who demand secrets. The competitor closed this section with a simple question worth asking yourself too. Have you ever noticed a new slot paying better when it first arrived? Yes or no? It's surprising how many players say yes. This one hurts, especially for players who love themed slots based on their favorite movies, shows, or celebrities. But insiders say it bluntly: licensed slots almost always pay less. Whether it's Game of Thrones, The Walking Dead, Britney Spears, or any other branded machine with expensive visuals and iconic music, these games carry licensing fees. The casino and manufacturer have to pay for those rights, and that cost doesn't come out of their pockets. It comes out of yours. To cover those fees, licensed slots often run 1–3% lower RTP than similar non-branded games. The graphics are flashier, the sounds more nostalgic, the themes instantly recognizable. But the math is worse. Generic or lightly themed slots like Buffalo, Lightning Link, 88 Fortunes, or quick hit usually offer stronger payout structures and better long-term value. They're cheaper to produce, which means the RTP doesn't need to be sacrificed to pay for branding. But here's the nuance. If you're playing for fun and the theme brings you joy, go for it. If you're playing to stretch your money or increase your chances of walking away ahead, skip the licensed machines. The math simply isn't on your side. The competitor ends this secret with a simple, eye-opening challenge. Next time you're choosing between a licensed slot and a generic one, play 50 spins on each. Which one pays more often? Most players report the same result. The pretty branded machines rarely treat them kindly. Now let's take everything you've learned and walk through a real session, exactly the way casino insiders play when they want the best chance of walking out ahead. No superstition, no guessing, just strategy. You walk into the casino with $200. Most players rush to the first flashy machine near the entrance, but insiders never do that. Instead, you slow down and scan the floor. You're scouting. You spot a brand new Dragon Link near the high-limit room. There's a small crowd gathering around it, always a good sign. Nearby, you notice a row of dollar-denomination quick hit machines tucked along a quieter back wall. Solid choices with better math. You decide to start smart, the $1 quick hit. Before inserting any cash, you tap the Info button. The pay table looks strong, so you slide in your player's club card, because insiders never spin without tracking their coin in. You begin with a $50 test session at $1 per spin. Within 15 minutes, you trigger 2 small bonuses totaling $75. You're up $25. Not bad for the warm-up. You pocket your original $50 and continue playing only with your winnings. After another 20 minutes, your balance rises to $95, but you feel the machine cooling off, and insiders know when to walk away. You cash out $50 profit and move on with $45 still in your test stack. Now it's time to try the new Dragon Link you scouted earlier. You play $1.50 per spin. It's volatile. So you expect ups and downs. After about 30 spins, you're down to $20. Then suddenly the hold and spin bonus hits. 6 glowing orbs lock in place. When the dust settles, you walk away with $130 from that single feature. Your total now sits at $180. You started with $200, so you're only down $20. But you've gained nearly an hour of entertainment and earned valuable rewards points along the way. For your final stretch, you switch to video poker, a 9-6 jacks or better machine you spotted earlier. You play slow and smart, making good decisions. After half an hour, you're down just $5, but your club card has earned another $8 in comps. You cash out. Final result, down $25 for the whole session, but up in value. Nearly 2 hours of play, $18 in comp credits, and the satisfaction of playing like an insider rather than a blind gambler. This is what casino employees want players to understand. You're not guaranteed to win, but you can win smarter. Knowledge, discipline, timing, and patience transform the entire experience. To make all 9 secrets simple to use, casino insiders follow a checklist every time they walk onto the floor. It keeps them sharp, avoids emotional mistakes, and gives them the best possible chance to stretch their money and catch meaningful wins. Here's the streamlined version. 1. Scout the floor first. Spend 5 to 10 minutes walking around before you touch your wallet. Look for new machines, strong denominations, and areas with visible action. 2. Choose denominations wisely. If your bankroll allows, always prefer quarters or dollars over pennies. Better RTP, better long-term math. 3. Tap the info button. Never play a machine without checking the pay table. Compare it to nearby machines. Differences matter. 4. Start with a test session. Put $20, $50 into a machine to see how it behaves. If it's cold, leave fast. Don't let hope drain your bankroll. 5. Consider video poker. If you're willing to learn basic strategy, jacks or better and other strong pay tables offer the best odds in the casino. 6. Always use your player's card. Every spin without it throws away comps, points, and free play you've already earned. 7. Avoid licensed games unless you're playing for fun. Branded slots usually pay worse due to licensing costs. House originals give you better value. 8. Check new machines with crowds. Fresh installs often show more frequent visible wins. Try them early while the honeymoon phase lasts. 9. Set a win goal and loss limit before you start. Walk in with boundaries. Walk out with discipline. It's a small checklist, but insiders follow it religiously. Because the more prepared you are before you spin, the better your chances of enjoying a long, rewarding, smart session on the casino floor. Here's the truth casino employees quietly wish every player understood. Slots are entertainment, not income. The house will always have an edge. That edge is built into every reel, every pay table, every spin. But inside that edge, there are smart ways to play and careless ways to play. The 9 secrets you just learned don't guarantee a jackpot. Nothing can. What they do is tilt the experience in your favor, helping you stretch your money, avoid the traps that drain players fast, and give yourself the best possible odds each time you sit down. Short term, anything can happen. That's the beauty and the danger of slots. You can walk in with $20 and hit something massive, or you can bring $300 and lose it quickly if you sit at the wrong machine or chase the wrong bonuses. But when you combine knowledge, discipline, and patience, your sessions transform from blind guessing to strategic play. Casino insiders don't play more because they're lucky. They play smarter because they understand how the floor works. So here's the final question, the same one the competitor used to close their video. Which of these 9 secrets surprised you the most? Was it the RTP differences between denominations, the placement strategy, the harsh truth about licensed games, or the way progressive jackpots shift in value? Whatever it is, drop it in the comments. And if these insights change the way you look at slot machines, hit like, subscribe, and share this with anyone who loves casinos as much as you do. The more players who understand the game, the better the experience becomes for everyone. Knowledge won't eliminate the house edge, but it is the only edge you'll ever truly have.